Good old Biden has done it again.
Fight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to Sire's Domain, where we talk a lot about politics as well as the entertainment industry, because you and I both know that the entertainment industry is dribbling with a lot of politics. And boy, oh boy, there is a lot we need to talk about today, as the FDA has just approved the Pfizer vaccine. And not even a moment later, Biden just could not wait for that approval to make this announcement.
As I mentioned before, I've imposed vaccination requirements that will reach millions of Americans. Today, I'm calling on more companies, I should say, in the private sector to step up with vaccine requirements that will reach millions more people. If you're a business leader, a nonprofit leader, a state or local leader who has been waiting for full FDA approval to require vaccinations, I call on you now to do that. Require it. Do what I did last month. Require your employees to get vaccinated or face strict requirements.
Announcement that has sparked a lot of outrage from the interwebs, from the internet. And one key person who has gone at Joe Biden happens to be Candace Owens. And this is what she had to say. She said, to be clear, employees of the United States government and employees of the CDC and FDA are not required to get the vaccine, but they want you to be required to get it. Trust the science. Now, is she right? Is she right? Because she has been wrong recently, you know, when she was talking about this Freedom phone that actually isn't a real Freedom phone, happens to be maybe some kind of a Chinese knockoff, but because she's wrong about that doesn't mean she's wrong about this. Now, for those of you who want to question what she said, I noticed one thing, that she wasn't fact-checked, and I know that she hasn't been fact-checked ever since she had that issue with Facebook, and she actually took them to court and she won. So I did a bit of digging and I found out that what she was saying is true. And in May, at a Senate hearing, Walensky, who happens to be the director of the CDC, told Senate Health, Educator, Labor and Pensions Committee that CDC employees have the option to submit their vaccination status. However, because it is not required by federal government, the exact percentage is unknown, she said. So basically, CDC is a federal government parastatus, along with the White House, along with FDA, along with Disease Infectious Control. And this was confirmed by Walensky that they are not required to actually show that they have been vaccinated. So not all of them have been vaccinated. This question was also posed to Disease Infectious Controls Director, Dr. Fauci, that how many of his staff member or employees have been vaccinated. And he said roughly about 50 or 60%. Same thing goes for the FDA director, and the same thing goes for David Kessler. And same thing goes for the Chief Science Officer of the White House, COOF response team. So basically, not all of them have been required to actually present some kind of a vaccine passport to show that they have been vaccinated to actually work in the White House or any other federal government parastatus. So a lot of people don't have this information, and I thought I should quickly share this because it is important that you know that there's a little bit of a loophole. Also, if you check other information that I found that I needed to let you know that this is where the loophole actually comes from. Before I go through that, I want to urge you guys to help me out by hitting that like button as we dive into this. Now, there are 7 key bodies that have been asked this question about being vaccinated and having vaccine mandates. And these 7 are the CDC, FDA, the World Health Organization, Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. And they were asking if their employees have been vaccinated. Apart from the World Health Organization, the rest of them claim that they have a vaccine mandate. Now, World Health Organization doesn't consider what they're calling a mandate a true mandate. Why? Because it is not compulsory. A lot of people don't know this, but it is not compulsory. The World Health Organization's definition of a mandatory vaccine, according to an April policy brief, are vaccinations compelled by threats or restrictions on those who don't get vaccination. Now, if that is happening to you, that means that if this is what Biden is requesting for, then that means he's an authoritarian, which a lot of people have started to accuse him of trying to be one, but he is not yet an authoritarian. He's only calling for companies to actually do this, whereas under his own nose, in his own government, they're not doing exactly that. Now, this is what WHO has to say. The WHO says these policies typically allow a limited number of exceptions, and there are a limited number of exceptions that you should know about. Despite its name, mandatory vaccine is not truly compulsory. That is, force or threat of a criminal sanction are not used in cases of non-compliance, the WHO says. Employer in the United States employers in the United States have to follow rules set by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions when it comes to mandatory vaccination. The EEOC allows for workplaces to require all employees physically entering the workplace to get vaccinated, although in some circumstances, employees are required to provide reasonable accommodations for employees who cannot get vaccinated because of disability or religious belief. So, man, oh man, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim and Islamic believer, better go and dig into those books and figure out why you shouldn't take the vaccine. Not that I'm saying that you shouldn't take the vaccine. And if you haven't seen your pastor in a while, your Reverend Father or your Catholic priest, you haven't seen any of them, you had better go back and see them right now, because you are really going to need that, I tell ya. So this is where we are at. I thought I'd just drop that information really quickly so that people can know that there should be a loophole here. And also people can know that Joe Biden doesn't know the half of what he is saying and what he is putting out there, to be honest with you, in my own personal opinion. But then let's move on to the next thing. What would be the repercussion of what Joe Biden is doing if he's actually calling on this mandate? Because a lot of states have started to actually push for this mandate. I know in Portland, Oregon, I know New York have been trying to push on this mandates for a while now, stopping people from actually going to the gym or actually going to the movie theater or things like that from doing stuff if they haven't been vaccinated. Now, what would be the repercussion? Like I said before, it is going to be the crumbling of the economy, because as it were right now, there are 10 million jobs out there. 10 million jobs out there, but guess what? Only 250,000 people are applying for those jobs, which means that there are 9,750,000 jobs out there that nobody wants to take. So the rest of the jobs that are there, you still want to shove that and cut it down by using this mandate. A lot of people would just prefer to sit down. Hey, who wants that noise? A lot of people would just decide to sit down at home and actually make more money sitting down at home, because according to experts, people are making way much more money sitting at home taking COVID relief than actually going to work. That's why a lot of people have been, a lot of small business owners, they have been doing the work themselves, and they have been paying overtime to a lot of people to do twice the amount of work that they should be doing. So this is going to hit the economy really bad. Now, I don't know the agenda behind why Joe Biden wants to do this, but me personally, when it comes to the vaccine, I am not going to be telling people what to do when it comes to that. I am not going to try to bully people and tell people you're a schmuck, like Arnold Schwarzenegger is saying, or bully people like Michael Rappaport try to tell people that this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated, when clearly information showing that the new spike is actually being caused by vaccinated people on record. So
figure this shit out.
So I'm not going to be doing that, because I'm not an expert. You want to find out what you should do when it comes to taking the vaccine or not taking the vaccine, go and see your doctor. That's why I'm not making any claims about it. I keep on saying this. I don't make any claims about the vaccine in any shape or form. That should be your responsibility. And the fear that I had been afraid of, and the thing that I've been afraid of for time, is the fact that they will keep moving the goalposts, and government would keep using this as an excuse to become more governmental over your life, to become ruling over your life a lot more, which is the problem that I am seeing here. Because initially when they started, they said the vaccine was ready, go ahead and take the vaccine. They tried to actually persuade people to go and take the vaccine. And I'm not against persuasion. Where the problem comes is when they started trying to bully people, which was the next level of into taking the vaccine, telling people that, hey, if you don't take the vaccine, you're responsible for the death of somebody's grandmother or what have you. So they kept on doing this over and over again, trying to persuade people and then trying to bully people into it, using these superstars, using these A-listers to try to bully people. And when that didn't work, they tried the same different type of coerced ways of doing it, or encouraging people, offering people $100 or $200 to take the vaccine. Now, if it is so safe, if it's so great, if it is so fantastic, why do you need to offer people money? Because right now, if the vaccine is not stopping people from catching the new variant and spreading it to someone else, well, the onus should be on the person that is actually taking the vaccine to save themselves, because they're not saving anybody else. So that's gone out the window. Now, because people aren't taking it, or enough people aren't taking it, they want a lot of people to take it. And the goalpost is moving once again. Even out here in Australia, they initially said if 70% of people take the vaccine, they're going to stop and slowly start to open up. But guess what? We're at 62 or 63%, and 2, 3, or 4 states are already saying, hey, it's got to be 80% of people that takes the vaccine. It's almost like as if they want to achieve zero coof, but it is not possible. Even when the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, went to Fox News, she was asked the same question. Why do you keep moving the goalposts? What about next year? If a new whatever comes in, do you have to go on lockdown again? If a new variant comes in, do you go on lockdown? Do you always continue the same process over and over again? And are you trying to achieve zero coof? But she didn't really give any particular answer to that. She said they were still doing some research. They were still trying to find out, get enough data to be able to find out what to do next. So they're moving along with the science. How come government isn't moving along with the same science? Because there's a lot of recommendation that CDC has put out there that because of those recommendations, mandates should not be done. Also, if you look on the other side of the mandates as well, there was a mayor from Boston who actually accused this government of actually trying to mandate it, saying that the mandates are more or less like slavery, like slave times. And for me personally, the mandates, if we are looking at things according to how the Democrats are looking at things, left to me, I think it's Jim Crow all over again. Because according to the Democrats, according to Joe Biden himself, he said black people don't know how to access the vaccine. They don't know how to operate a computer to access the vaccine. Whereas dumb as a doorknob, according to him, not exactly, I'm just saying it my own way, but they believe that black people don't know how to access this. And if you really look at it, black people have the lowest percentage of the amount of people that have been vaccinated in terms of the population of their community. And so more black people will suffer from a vaccine mandate, from a vaccine passport, because according to them, we can't access this. It's not that we don't want to take it. It's not that black people don't want to take the vaccine.
No, I don't trust it. There, I said it.
It's not that at all. It's that they're too dumb to access it. And then you now put a policy in place, forgetting the fact that you're the same ones that said that, voter IDs are racist. So vaccine passports aren't racist, but voter IDs are. I'm confused when it comes to the Democrat. And honestly speaking, when it comes to 2022, I hope a lot more people see videos like mine. I'm not the only one doing this. If you get your favorite YouTubers, do them a favor and share their video as much as you possibly can. Let as many people know, because there are a lot of ignorant people out there that don't have this information. Let them know as much as you possibly can, especially this video, especially your favorite YouTubers video. Share those videos as much as you possibly can. Hit that like button on this particular video as well, so that it can reach a lot more people, because all this enforcement is just going to lead to a system of a tyrannical government. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to be talking to you guys again real soon. Take care of yourself. Peace, and Sahaz out of here. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye now.